welcome back. Today we're going to cover multiplication. So I know that all of my students know how to multiply, and before we got out for the school closure, all of my students were past at least their twos, and I had a few that were almost past their fives, so we were all on a good start. So third grade is the first time that you really dive deep into multiplication. A lot of teachers will try to hit it at the end of second grade, which is great. I mean, you can never not know multiplication early enough if you're able to, but third grade is where it is extremely important to learn multiplication, because when you get to fourth grade, this is a skill that you're going to need to do in order to be able to do other skills even better. So that is one thing that I really want to push while we're out for school closure, is to get your multiplication facts memorized. This is a skill that you can do at home with your parents, and it's just really a repetition and memorization skill that you can learn to do. But later on in this video, I'm going to show you, you already know, but I'm going to remind you ways that you can get your answer if you do not know it. So we know that there were different ways. There's repeated addition, there is drawing your groups, there is counting in the multiples that we learned, and we're going to go over a few of those later on in the video. But first, I wanted to show you, just so in case you forgot, and to be able to show your parents how we test for multiplication in my classroom. When you get to fourth grade, you're probably still going to do some of this also, but for right now, this is great practice that you can do. So at my small group table, when my kids come to me every day, so we do small groups every day, and they'll rotate. They'll do 15 minutes on Chromebooks, 15 minutes working on a worksheet, 15 minutes working with me. At those 15 minutes that they work with me during small groups, the first minute of my time with them is done doing a multiplication test. Then after that, we'll work on something else, maybe, a skill that they're not good at yet, or a skill that we're going to learn in a few days, and I want to just get them ready, something like that. But they always hit multiplication with me first, and as do other kids in the grade. I've taught all of our other teachers on third grade, they do this also. Every single day they're taking this 1 minute test. So this is my bucket, and they'll tell you, this is always at my desk. It's just a bucket full of all of our multiplication tests. And before school got out, we were doing an ice cream incentive where if they get their ones, they get a spoon. If they get their twos, they get a bowl. If they get their fives, they get a vanilla scoop, chocolate scoop, strawberry scoop, gummy worms. This was our incentive for the end of the year. And I'm still going to do this for them, even though school's not in right now and we're in this crazy time. I still have a lot of students studying their multiplication and taking their own tests at home and sending them to them. So we are still going to do an ice cream party. But that one day that we get to go back and see each other, whenever all this is over, we're going to do an ice cream party. But so when they come to me, I have a spreadsheet where whenever they pass these tests, I mark their name off and they move to the next one. And we go in this order that you see right here. 1s, 2s, 5s, 10s, 4s, 8s, 3s, 6, 9, 7, 11, 12. And these numbers, I do them like this because it kind of just sets them up to memorize and know these next numbers. So if they know their 1s, they can get their 2s, and then their 5s. If they know their 5s, then they can get their 10s because they just double it. If they know their 2s, then they can do their 4s. If they know their 4s, then they can do their 8s. Same way with 3s and 6. They know their 3s, then they can be able to get their 6s too. So, but I have all of them in gym clips like this when they come to me. So, like I was saying earlier, I have a spreadsheet. Every student is on a different one. Some people test where, okay, this week we're all going to do 5s. This week we're all going to do 6s. And that works for a lot of people, but I personally like to see how each student, individually how they're doing on that number versus just the whole class doing one, and then moving on the next week and doing another number. So I keep them all on their own individual times table. So for example, right here is 8 mixed. If so and so was on 8 mixed and the person next to them was on 4 mixed, they would get the one that they were on. Everyone at the table was on something different normally. So I give them this test for 8 mixed. So one more. Yeah, there's a few more on there. And then I'll flip it over face down, and then I will time them for 1 minute. When the timer buzzes, they know that they flip their paper back over, and they push it towards me, and then they start on whatever I have for them doing at that table. This is a great way that you can do this at home. All you have to do is get notebook paper or scratch paper or whatever it may be that you can write on, and write your facts just like this. So a lot of times when I'm talking to parents, they will hear me say 8 regular, 8 mixed, 2 regular, 2 mixed. All that means is, and I didn't know what it meant to begin with either, because when I tested in school, I didn't do mixed. I just did all regular. And so what that means is, let me find it. So here's 8 regular. You'll notice they go in order. 8 times 0, 8 times 1, 8 times 2, 8 times 3, 8 times 4. That is great. If students can get that, that is good. That lets me know that they can do repeated addition. If they know 8 times 0 is 0, then they know the next one's 8, and then they know the next one's 16. They can go in order, just adding 8 each time, which is great. That's a skill they need to know how to do. Do they really know how to multiply if they can do this like this? I check to see if they can get the 8 mixed. 8 mixed, they're not in order like that. They're not 8 times 0, 8 times 1, 8 times 2. It's all jumbled up. This is how we determine, do they know their 8s? Can they pass 8 mixed with them all mixed up like this? So the way they have to pass to go to the next number on my list right here, they have to pass 2 regular of these tests. They have to pass 2 of these that are regular, and then they have to pass 2 of these that are mixed. Depending on the day, if there's not much going on in my group, I'll let them test 1 or 2 times. If that student has just flew through that mix and I know, okay, tomorrow they definitely could go ahead and go on to the next number, they're going to know these, then I'll do that. A lot of times I'll do one at the beginning of class, and then at the end I'll go around and give everyone again at the end of the class. I want to give everyone an opportunity to be able to take these tests when they can, so that they can go on to the next number. I don't want to be able to hold them back just because tomorrow's another day. So this is how we do multiplication in 3rd grade. This is how they go to their next numbers. So if you are unsure as a student which number you are on your times tables, shoot me an email. Get your parents to shoot me a reminder. I will be happy to let you know. That is great that you're practicing those multiplication facts. So another thing I wanted to show you, I bought a bunch of these just a few weeks ago at Target, and they were in the Target dollar spot. I've got a bunch more over there, but I was going to use these when we go back to school. But all they are little 1-minute timers. These were $1, and all you do is you just flip it over, and the sand starts to run out. And when it all gets to the bottom, 1 minute's up, and you know that your time is done. So if you're in Target anytime soon, these are a great thing to grab out of the Target dollar section. This is something you can do all summer long. So that is a great thing. Now I'm going to flip you over to a different screen. I'm going to show you some of the techniques that we used to show students how to learn their multiplication, because most students, when they got to 3rd grade, they had to learn that skill. Like I said, all of them know it now. They have learned it, but sometimes it takes a little brushing up to do. What I'm going to show you is for more of your larger multiplication numbers. My students know any number times 0 is 0. They know any number times 1 is the other number that you're multiplying. So 4 times 1, 4. Okay? This that I'm fixing to show you is what to do when you have to multiply 12 times 6 or 9 times 9. This is your bigger things that your children might not have memorized yet. So this is a great way to get them to do this. If they can't remember, the more times that they sit down and they write this on paper and they work it out, they're going to remember. So that's why if they run into a point, if they're taking these tests and they keep hitting one that they don't know, I get them off to the side, I give them a piece of colored paper, and they draw their groups and they work it out. If they do that enough, they'll know it. Alright? So I'm going to flip you to another screen, and I'm going to show you a few strategies you can use when you're unsure of how to multiply. Alright guys, so I have 2 problems here. The first one is 6 times 6. We're going to work in groups doing this one. So we're going to draw our groups. both of our numbers are the same, so we're going to draw 6 groups. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright? In those 6 groups, so we'll say this first number, we drew our groups. The second number is the same, so we're going to have to put 6 dots in each group. So you can do it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or you can go through and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I like to do it like this. That way you know that you're getting all of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now you have 6 groups of 6. So that is the same as 6 times 6. Now we can go through and count all of our dots, and that is our answer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. So our answer is 36. This is using groups. We can also use repeated addition. So that would be 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. So this is 1 times 6, 2 times 6, 3 times 6, 4 times 6, 5 times 6, 6 times 6. So this is repeated addition. And this is drawing your groups. Alright, let's go down to the next problem. 3 times 8. Let's draw 3 groups. That's our 3. And let's put 8 marks in each group. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 3 groups of 8. Alright, now let's count all of our marks to get our answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So our product for that answer is 24. Again, you can also do repeated addition. You have 8, 16, 24. This will be 1 times 8. This will be 2 times 8. And this will be 3 times 8. So, these are 2 ways that you can help your child practice multiplication. Or if you're a student, this is a way that you can practice multiplication. Remember, how you draw the groups is up to you. I like to draw smaller groups. That way you can count them quicker. So I know 8's already in here, so you can already go to the next one. And I also like repeated addition. Repeated addition is just using your multiples. 6 times 1, 6 times 2, 6 times 3. This is just adding 6 each time. And this is just adding 8 each time. Alright? If you have any questions, please email me. Y'all know I'm here to help. I'm just a text or a remind message away.